another time. But
We're live, yeah, we're live.
can you imagine going to your dentist? He says, come in on Tuesday, and you come in, and he says, I meant next Tuesday. And you flew in from here, because you're a New Yorker. Because you're a New Yorker, right? So I leave here to go, and I'm making her crazy because I got to get back because I got a dental appointment. I get there, come on in. Nobody's there. The dentist wasn't there. He said, I meant next Tuesday. So I go in the next Tuesday with my 17th. Come sign in. Oh, you're the one they're going to see? How you doing? Sign in. I mean, you're at, okay. Anywhere you want. Well, you have an Italian here, Girocco? Who's Slater? Who's Slater? Nobody's answering. Are you Slater? Who's Slater? Where are they going to come? Fucking attack me? They're waiting for the one guy. They're afraid to come in because I said something fun. I said something rude. I know, I was obnoxious. But I'm irritating. You got to know that. Ask Amanda. I got to get help. Amanda, can you imagine? She lives in my building, and she's telling me how much she hates it, and can I help her find an apartment? She lives in my building. That's so crazy. Only in New York. And the volume is on, right? I just talk loud. And you'll add on if you have to because you love me? What would I do with that? Who's Jericho? Who's Jill Rocco? Garocco. Slater. Say your last name. Girocco. But not the Giroccos from Jersey. All right. All this shit's going on, guys. Don't even talk about it. If you know anything about basketball, which I don't. I know about. It's funny. Everybody thinks I know about basketball. I know nothing about basketball. I was a cheerleader, though. Because I could wear a short skirt. So I'm the kind of Jew that went to a Catholic school, all right? Which, I can't explain this. Today was such a crazy day. I'm wearing a necklace, and my bird gets choked in my necklace while I'm on a Zoom call with a new client, all right? So I work with people all over the world. And can you imagine he's finally getting to me, and I'm finally getting this, and we're getting this comedy, and you hear, ah, ah, and the bird is crossing in my neck this way and choking. And I call my daughter, and she screams at me, and she says, I'm tired of you and your freaking birds. And the guy hears her. I feel so terrible. If you're watching, Sean, I feel so bad. I've learned so much about potatoes from this guy. This one's from Idaho. You don't know about potatoes. They'd be doing some shit to you about potatoes. You know about potatoes? The Idahoans do. They got something called pink mold. I was like, is that a drink? Because, you know, in New York, they'd be like, I'll have the pink mold. They love anything cute. Anything, so I'll have the porn star. Even if it has no alcohol in it, they just want to order a porn star. All you got to do is put kiwi on top. Wow. Whoa. Why don't you, like, put an apple core in there? Same message. I'm kidding. This is not an anti-female. I'm a female today. No, I am. I'm going to start changing my gender now that all that shit's over. I'm going to be one of those old people, a senior citizen that changes, and so I want to be treated and respected. Just move my pocketbook. Pick it up for me, please. Honey, you're young. Thank you. All right. What am I going to do? She told me what to do. I listen to everybody younger than me. I have kids. I don't even listen to them anymore. I just hear them complain. My daughter tells me she made me a massage appointment for 5 o'clock yesterday, which I thought was so very nice. She can't give you ice in the wintertime, so this is kind. So I'm rushing, and she goes, no, Mom, I'll come to the doctor's office to pick you up so that we'll get there at 5 o'clock. And I said to myself, no way, because you're changing for the 4th time, because she has to change for every event. You know, laundry, gym, pool, and the masseuse. It's a female. She doesn't speak English. It's okay. So if you want to go, though, Saudi Thai, it's only by recommendation. Not by me. I don't share my masseuses. But why am I telling you all this is that after I get this massage, you know, I'm like, thank you, whatever, I get ready to leave. The woman's like, excuse me, you have to pay. And I was just like, pay? My daughter took me out for a massage, you know. And so my daughter's sitting there and goes, I told you not to tip. I didn't like my masseuse. I was like, you can't do that. Can't do that. That's like I didn't get my joke on, you know? Which does happen in the Persian community because they come into a show with the phone in their ear. Do you know what I'm saying? They come into the show, hello, Halajun, how are you? Da-da-da. That's why one night I just said, let's give them their own night at the Laugh Factory. And it's called Comedy Bazaar. And if you're Middle Eastern, you're more than welcome to go. If you're not Middle Eastern, you're more than welcome to go and talk on the phone because that's what they do. I've never seen people do this. They come in, they talk on the phone, and then they want me to do my jokes over again because they were late. Have you ever heard of this? I love Persians. They make black people look punctual. And I like that because you can't find that. And they're black too, and I can prove it because they shop and return everything the next day. These are the kind of things that you never expect to see on Santa Monica Boulevard in this strange place called the LA School of Comedy. Welcome to my world where I've been here for 23 years. And I also do stand-up, so that's fun. And I also have a special on Amazon Prime, so please watch it. I know. Oh, I finally said it right instead of Prime Video. Amazon. I say it all wrong all the time. That's like Netflix and chill, right? With some ice cream. But I can't. I have to do it with my husband, and I can't. He'll eat my ice cream. He won't. Oh, so I was talking today about the news, all right? Not that I'm not that person, but today they're like, the 4 mafia families are being turned in. And I was just like, shut up. You wish you had the fucking mafia take care of this shit. Call Mike Marino. You got to check out Mike Marino if you guys haven't seen him. Listen to me. I'm promoting other comedians. What kind of comic am I? I'm a comic who loves comics. You got to love comics to be a good comic. You really do. And Mike Marino is one of my favorites, but he does this thing about to solve the problems in the Middle East, you need 2 guys from Jersey with baseball bats because they're legal. I keep telling people, bring it. It's illegal. And he says if it was Bin Laden, he'd kick up a rock and say, come on, pick up a rock, sit down. You know how early I had to get up to leave from Jersey to come here and talk to you? I mean, it's a funny routine. I can't do it. It's great. But I will tell you today, this guy was just on the news, and he was like, we got the mafia in the 80s, the 5 families, and we're going to get you again. No, you didn't get them, or they wouldn't still be here. You never got them. They're like cockroaches. Are you crazy? I'm from New Jersey. You better have a friggin' Italian. You people have tar in your water in Santa Monica. That ain't happening to no Italians down the shore. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Somebody's going down. Exxon, you're going down. Somebody pissed in my soup. Who pissed in my soup? I get this place cleaned for tar. I mean, I've smoked in my day, but I've never hocked up something like that. What is it? It's coming out of the ocean. Wait till you go to the ocean. This is fun. You see fun and games. You see people washing clothes. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this. Never happens down the Jersey Shore. And by the way, if you ever watch that show, The Jersey Shore, where they're all friggin' nuts, it's 100% true. Except that Snooki is Argentinian, and everybody should know that. Chilean. But see that? Because you could be a Guidette anyway. If you're down from, I'm not. I had to play one on a talk thing once. I don't talk like that anymore. I fixed my accent. I did. It's coming back now because Chi-Chi's gone. All right, Chi-Chi's my bird. I'm not going to talk about it. But I don't know if you guys do podcasting here. I don't know what you guys do with your reels. But you guys, if you're comics, you got to get your website together so that your social media kicks it back to your website so you get your merch up there. People can see other things on you. And I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm the teacher. I'm the one that runs the place. So that's what I do. If you want to take a class with me, it's a very interesting way of doing things. I'm not doing a friggin' class like this. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm too old for this shit. You're going to meet with me 4 times. You're going to go up here 4 times. And then you're going to go up and you're going to do your 5 to 7 minute industry set. And you're going to be the best. Because that's what you need to do. If you go anywhere else for a comedy lesson and they tell you that you're not ready yet and you got to take another class, you tell them to kiss your ass. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people getting ripped off coming in from the East Coast. That kind of shit. Not ready yet. I paid you. You make me funny. You better make me funny. You better tickle my balls. Tell you that for the money I'm spending. So for the money I'm spending, I want to introduce you to your comedy concierge who will open the show, who's responsible for all of you being here. She's the light of my life that made me get up early just to tell her that she is the light of my life. The one and only Samantha Linderman. Let her hear you.
Guys, Friday! What the fuck? I didn't think I was gonna make it, and I stayed home from work for 2 days, so I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everyone's like, people don't want to work. I have never met a human being who likes to work. Do you know what I mean? Like, when someone's like, I love to work out, that scares me. That really does scare me. I don't know. I'm not like scared of the gym that people are gonna be checking me out. Like, I'm not to that level where I'm like, because the 3 times I've been at the gym, 3 different gyms. Hey. That was just last night. Gym. No, I'm kidding. He went by James. No, come on, and here he is. No, I'm kidding. Gym number 1. My favorite. I'm kidding. If you were here, you'd know. You watch it, you'll see it. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, like I wear a big shirt and shorts that are not basketball, but they go to here. Like just that awkward length where I'm like, if people are looking at me, like they're trying to figure out, like, did I wander in? Like, are you okay? Is this a camp counselor on the loose? That's how I got hired at my current job. They're like, you have camp counselor energy, and we're looking for that. And I'm like, should I be offended? I don't know. Like, I don't bring anything else to the job except, like, drink your water and smile and, oh, my God, guys, let's do a name game. I work with kids. So, like, for context, like, it does help. But they told me the same thing at Bath & Body Works, so I don't know what that means about me. No, I'm kidding. I used to love anybody. Any BBW fans out there? No, you shouldn't be. It makes you sick. Talk about tar in the water. Champagne toast on your body, like, you're going to get sick. And it's like, I worked in LA and San Luis Obispo, and the one in LA, like, it was so funny when people would come in and they'd be like, are you guys okay? Oh, I love you. I'll keep going. So she says to me, she's like, is this product organic? And I'm like, ma'am, nothing here. Like, in what world is blueberry, like, muffin, pecan candle organic? And also, like, it was, like, too much. I don't know. I would hate when people would come up to me, though, and be like, aren't you worried breathing in all this flavored air? Aren't you so worried? I was like, I vape 46 hours of the day. You need to leave me alone. You don't know me. Fine, I'm wearing reindeer ears. Like, I have to be approachable, but, like, please. My name tag had she, her. I'm sorry if anybody's triggered if I say pronouns. I live with my boomer parents, so I just, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, my dad's not here. Okay, it's fine. But this guy came up to me once with his friend, and he was like, she, her, what's that? And I was like, hi, welcome to Bath & Body Works. How can I help you? Hi, how can I help you? She, her, what's that? And I was like, she wants to tell you about this buy 3, get 3. And then I really actually had to, he wouldn't give up. And I was like, so do you know, like, in a sentence, like, there's a person or an object, and I went adjective, adverb. I did every fucking thing. And he said, bye, sir. No, I'm kidding. He said, bye, he, him. No, it's whatever. I recently realized that I've been, like, misusing open mics. I'm, like, abusing my friends and misusing open mics. Like, I keep telling my friends the same shit over and over. I'm like, I should just be going to open mics and doing that. Like, that's so crazy. Like, I'm not scared to do it. I'm terrified. I pissed myself. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I work with kids. And that's why I feel so comfortable talking about pee-pee poo-poo. Because to them, it's the F word, you know? If I'm like, who farted? They're like, shh. Well, I can't stop tooting. You can. You fully could if you wanted to. If there was a toy for it, you would say, excuse me, I'm going to go toot myself outside. And you know it's never just a toot. So anyways, never trust a toot. Never trust a hoe, never trust a toot. And speaking of hoe, so yeah, I've been so lucky to have multiple experiences with men to the point where I want to put together like a anthology memoir. What a night for an audience. Whose audience? Clap if you're not even performing and you're listening to this bullshit. Come on, clap. Thank you, guys. The open mics don't usually have an audience. I was told once, don't bring... No, I'm saying, like, people are always like, they're like, I'm an audience, and they're like, actually, I have to tell you guys this story. Like, it's so funny. It's a true story. It's so funny. And, like, if my girlfriend was here, like, she would tell you, like, my dick's big. And I'm like... Prove it. No. Hey, if I was a man, I would be canceled. If I was a man, I feel like I would be so, like, not accepted. I don't know. I had that feeling the other day because I'm a comic, and so, you know, trigger warning. And so I observe things. Like, I feel like I overly, like, notice things, and I see the red flags, and then I just push them out of the way. Like, I'm in the jungle. I'm like, yeah, let's keep going. Like, at least I know what I'm in for. He has a car that is so amazing. Just so you guys know, Uber's not a dating app. I don't know if you guys knew that or Lyft or Lyft for women. Have you seen Lyft for women? That scares me. I'm like, why am I going to tell somebody to kill me? I don't know. Lyft for women. Because 99% of the times when my DoorDash driver is a woman, it's a man. Does that happen to you guys? Where it's like you're wearing like my gym outfit, like I'm wearing my big shirt, and he's gonna come right back. He told me he's gonna come right back. He texted me and I just saw it. So don't worry about it. He'll be right back, you guys. Don't worry. Okay, so one time I was at this guy's house, right? And he lives with his grandpa, and I'm like, how sweet. Like, he's a caretaker. He has no money. Like, he has no money, and he's not working, and he lives with his grandpa. Like, he's not a caretaker. He's not wiping his ass. There's a woman there doing that they pay money. Like, stop it. I knew it was going to be like a sort of just like go in and we do what we're going to do. It wasn't like, oh, do you have cousins? Like, whatever. For some reason, there's something wrong with me, obviously. And I walk in the house and I see Grandpa like in the wheelchair, like probably Vietnam hat on, like watching the fucking news. I'm like, sir, it is such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for having me in your home with your grandson. Like, if I was him, I'd be like, I just got a really important phone call in another country. There's a time that like you gotta go. And anyway, so before we even did anything, this is before I'm a comic. He asked me how I feel about Dave Chappelle. I was like, oh my God, let's move on. And I was like, your eyes are so pretty. And basically he looked at me like dead in the eyes, like mid kissing, and he's like, I hate when they look you in the eye. I was like, stop looking at me! Stop looking at me! Stop it! Stop it! Stop. But look at me. Who are you thinking about? Look at me, but don't think about me, but know that I'm here. Do you see me? He looks me in the eyes and he's like, you look just like my mother. Before she died! Before she died, you guys, my head was shaved. I'm sorry. That's probably not a unique experience, sadly. I'm like, why are you sharing that? Why now? Men's mental health, I see you. I feel you. I am you. Not the time. And he didn't buy me an Uber home. I'm like, you're not going to buy your mom an Uber home? That's crazy. Is that how she died? From Lyft for Women? You let that woman pick her up? Bald in the night. She was cold. Guys, I'll end with this. Whatever, I saw this guy. He didn't let me vape in his room. That really pissed me off. Right, red light. I was like, red light? You're trying to get in my mouth and I can't put a vape in my... Like, that's crazy. Like, why am I in his bathroom vaping? Like, please. He's 5'6". Please. There's nothing wrong with height. Seriously, there's nothing wrong with it. Every time I've ever been with a short man, I feel like they're verbally going like this to me. I'm like, I'm here. I Ubered. I don't drive. I Ubered here. Like, I showed up here. I complimented your essential oil lamp and I fucking meant it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I'm here, dude. Like, what more? Anyways, I hook up with this short guy. He messaged me like a week later and he's like, I just want you to know, it's not you, I have ED. Oh. And I'm like, what is it? Is it the shaved head that's making men tell me about their mental health? Like, I thought he had an eating disorder. Swear to God, like I was so confident that I'm like, no, he has to be talking about something else. I thought this man had an eating disorder and he knew I was Jewish. I was gonna push food on him. Guys, I love you. Thank you for coming out tonight. If you haven't been here tonight, I hope you guys come back. I'm so excited for the other performers and let's, Giles? I am so excited for this next performer, a femme fatale. She's here tonight. We are so happy to have you, Amanda Goes!
What's up, you guys? I'm excited to be here. 3 in a row, you guys are in for a treat. I'm excited to be walking again. I got ACL reconstruction surgery like 3 months ago. Yeah, taking my knee out for a spin tonight. You can see it. And after the ACL surgery, they put me on oxycodone for 2 weeks. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about? I didn't realize how high I was on these meds. I just thought the new ACL like cured my depression. I was like, dang, this new thing stabilizes my knee and my emotions. Hell yeah. I kept telling everyone I was in such good spirits. I've never said that before. I was like, oh, I'm so grateful to be in such good spirits. They're like, you sure you're not maybe a little high? I was like, what? No. It's like these meds, they really just take away the pain. All the pain. Pain for my knee. Pain for my childhood. But no, the doctors are strict. You cannot drive a car on these meds. You shouldn't operate machinery. But then they're like, here's the internet and your credit card. Like, you can't drive a car, but you could buy one. I'm in a lot of debt, you guys. It's a fun come down. What else is going on? Oh, I went to Italy a couple weeks ago with one of my best friends. She had planned this whole romantic getaway, fully paid for, with her boyfriend, 7 years. 5 days before, found out he's been cheating on her. Horrible. Yeah. I like am tempted to give all the details, but I'm like, that's not relevant for the joke. But we can chat after. But no, she called me and asked if I could join, and that I was paid for, and that she just wanted a buddy on the trip and really wanted me to come. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll be there for you on this one. I guess I can make it work. But it's like, there's places she could have been going where I like wouldn't have been there for her. She's like, I'm going to Orlando. I'm like, I'm going to FaceTime you a couple times. Then I went to Italy. I am looking for a roommate, you guys. You guys seem cool. Get this out of the way. Preference goes to anyone that would like to start a family with me. Okay. Yeah, narrows it down. Yeah, I'm on the dating apps right now, just looking for a roommate. Nothing weird. I'm on Hinge. Is anyone else on Hinge in here? Okay, you're like not in front of this chick. I respect that. Hinge used to be better a couple years ago, but now to make more money, they're putting the like hottest, best matches for you in a separate tab behind a paywall. And to have, I've investigated the app. I've looked around. To have a chance to match them, you have to buy digital roses to give them. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I get the app has to make more money. It's just been weird for my life. Like, late, lonely nights, impulse buying dozens of digital roses, frankly. Like, handing them out to men. Like, here's a digital rose. Can I suck your dick? That's fun. I'm seeing someone new. I'm hanging out with someone. They say when you're a comic, you shouldn't date other comics, but it was different for me. Because I had to date this comic to get over the last comic. I feel like that makes sense to me. But it's fun. It's new. It's Tom Segura. No, it's not Tom Segura. My ultimate hall pass. He's a comic you know and you guys haven't heard of for sure. He's great though. This joke's a little spicy. Can we go there? Yeah? Okay, relax. So we made a mistake the other night. He made the mistake of not pulling out in time. And I made the mistake of just having the most like tempting, perfect vagina. Like, fuck, that was on me. That was my bad. And then we were both a little caught off guard, and he was like, wait, what would actually happen if you got pregnant right now? And I was like, I mean, look, we're new. I'd probably have to get an abortion, but I don't know. Honestly, more of a game time decision for me. I feel like I could figure it out and be a good mom. I look back. He looks like he saw a ghost. But it's like, sorry, I'm a chill girl, right? Sorry, I go with the flow and make lemonade out of your shitty cum. Like, how do you think we got in this dilemma? By me letting life happen, man. And then I look back and I'm like, look, even if we have to end up sharing custody and dealing with child support, I put his hand on my stomach. This could end up being one of the best things that's ever happened to us. He threw up. But it's like, buck up, dude. You're going to be a dad. We're still hanging out. He's a lot more careful. But the whole time, I actually had an IUD. But it's like, he doesn't need to know that. That's fun for me, just like walking around, like clutching my stomach, like, oh, I'm not drinking tonight. That's how I have fun, personally. My little brother Zach, he's 22. He went through a breakup recently. Sucks to suck. And no, it was pretty sad. But the breakup has resulted in his ex-girlfriend just posting nonstop thirst traps. And it's like, why would I unfollow her now? Okay. This is fantastic content. One of her posts caught my eye, especially. It was 2 photos. You had to like swipe to see the second one. The first one said with a boyfriend, and it's a picture of her crying, like sobbing, and not even like a pretty crying picture. Kind of like, and you swipe to see the second one, and it says without a boyfriend, and it's a picture of her in the tiniest slutty nurse costume I've ever seen. And like, go off, post your body, you look great. But what are we comparing right now? Like, before you were sad and now you're a healthcare professional? Like, what did my brother do to you? My brother's been posting the straight male equivalent of thirst traps. It's just like what guys think a girl wants to see or would be I don't even know. Just him with like a city skyline behind him, like posing with a link to his SoundCloud. Like, that'll definitely get her back, bro. You just weren't rapping enough. No, the cooler the picture he posts, the worse I know he's doing. He's like on top of a mountain, like blowing smoke out of his mouth. Like, I gotta call him right now. No. I feel like we all do that when we break up, like thirst traps, you stalk your ex, see what they're up to, and it's like everyone posts the best version of themselves. But no one's doing, like, my recommendation, stalk them in person, like show up to their house, okay? Look through their garbage. No one's doing that well. It will surely make you feel a lot better about yourself by stalking someone. I think I'm at time. Thank you, guys. Oh, I'm on Instagram, Amanda G Comedy. Thank you. Give it up for the mic.
Don't follow each other. She gets off, you get on, you follow her. Don't look at me. And also follow us at LA School of Comedy. And I want to bring it up for the comedy, the one and only Nicholas. Where are you, baby? Not yet? Come on, get it up here. Shake that ass for me. Come on. The son I never had.
Hey guys. I'm completely, all right, every day I come here, this is like my 3rd time here, so I never have any material, and so I was expecting like 3 or 4 people. And I have absolutely, like, I have a lot to say, but I have nothing to talk about, because, like, I'll tell you a little bit about me. What year are we in? 2025. So I was born in 1990. My parents linked up when it was a weird relationship. My mother was like whoring in the streets and met my dad at a job, and she came from Oklahoma. No, look. My mom's white, my dad's black. On my mom's side, I look Hispanic because I'm Native American, but she came from Oklahoma. I'm trying to fast forward this story to like how I'm here right now, like why I look like this. I'm gonna try to get to New Orleans in a minute, but where are we right now? So they linked up. She's 19, my dad's like 20 something, and after I was born, my brother was born. My mom was like, "Fuck these kids," and ended up leaving. And so basically, my dad's like, oh, he painted my mom as the bad guy my whole life. Like, your mom left, having me take care of you and your brother. Who would do that? Like, what kind of mother? I'm like, yeah. And then as I got older, I kind of was like realizing, like, I would have left you too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so here we are. So let's fast forward to 2011. 9/11 happens. Same year I met my wife. 9/11 happens. I'm walking in the kitchen. I see a fucking building smoking on fire. My dad's just sitting there like, oh yeah, we're going to World War III now, you know. And so, this is in middle school. I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, I don't know if anyone remembers 9/11, but for me, what I remember the most is just being in middle school, where I was transitioning to a different environment from like elementary, where, you know, how things are more simple. But so middle school, I met my wife. We ended up separating after, not separating, but she made the first move on me. She was grabbing on me and kissed me. I didn't know who she was. She was older than me, taller than me. I'm intimidated at the time. At the time, she's like, "Hey, do you want to be my boyfriend?" I was like, "No, I'm naturally like, for some reason, I'm scared of women. I don't, you know, I've been through a lot of traumas with women. Like I have tons of stories on why I feel the way I do towards women. And it's nothing against anyone here personally whatsoever. That's the thing I want to just say. So I'm trying to basically recollect. I'm trying to basically fit 10 minutes of a bit into like my life right now. So met my wife in middle school, went to school at Hollywood High, tried to play, you know, what the fuck was I doing? I don't even remember. Like, let's see, in high school I was basically not getting into trouble, but basically kind of just like, you know, moving by, like, you know, once I moved up north in the valley, I was in a gang territory. I thought it was like a white neighborhood. We were like, oh, okay, we're moving, like, okay, this is different, like mountains and shit. Like this over in Foothill area. So I find out that there's a gang called 2Ps. And I find out, I'm like, okay, now I have to start transitioning to wearing, the school colors were already red, so I was good. So luckily, yeah. And then like me coming from LA, I'm not banging on anybody, but I have family members all over the place. Like I have a cousin from this place, another one from here, got this enemy, same family, enemy, different, same enemy. It's crazy. And so growing up in there, so I get involved. I start hanging out with like. Anyway, I want to say up until high school, I was an outcast my whole life. Like basically, like, you know, I moved around schools a lot with a single dad, moving around. Like we were kind of in the streets, moving around a lot. And so then like I was at Verdugo for like 3 years, and so then I kind of started hanging out with a group of guys who were from 2P, but they were adopted kids. We were kind of like spending the nights at their house, going to parties, and just being able to act out for the first time as a kid. Like I'm like, oh damn, like I'm receiving no consequence for the amount of fun I'm having right now. Like it felt, if that type of high has gotten me in a lot of trouble. That we'll get to that point right in a minute. So going to parties, starting to drink, starting to smoke weed. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, everything is like starting to, you know, I'm like, all right, this is cool. I like this shit. And so then I get into senior year. My dad loses his house. I have to move back to my grandparents. My brother gets to move with his friend down the street to continue school. And we're trying to basically figure things out and stuff. So I'm like, damn, like I'm living with my grandparents now. I have no plan. Like anything that I wanted to do in life, my family never supported it. So I had to kind of like figure out what I wanted to do. I'm still figuring out what I want to do now to this day. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And so where are we right now? Family. And so let's just fast forward to after high school, and then where are we at? Like 2000, I don't even know, 2010, my grandmother kicks me out the house for smoking marijuana. Like, and then she asks me, oh, you know, you can still stay here, but you have to stop smoking. I was like, Mom, look, I know what you're doing. Like, I'm going to smoke anyway. Like, I'm not going to play this game where I try to sneak out the house and then get high and then you catch me again. I don't play those type of games where we're going to do this back and forth shit all day. Like, you know, you know what I came here to do. So So anyway, I go to my dad's, and then I'm like, dude, like my dad was already traumatizing growing up. Like he would do some sick shit where, so I'm wearing a Terminator shirt, and he would like whoop my ass, and like browbeat me for an hour, and then put on some type of horror movie like Terminator, like, and like as a kid, like seeing this shit, like I'm over here like, oh shit, like, you know, I'm over here like, anyway. That's my dad for you. I'm trying to keep my shit together just even thinking about it. But so yeah, I appear so. But so anyway, like I'm with my dad, and then like I run into my wife. Like she's not my wife at the time, but the one from middle school. I catch up to her. I'm like, oh shit. Like I'm over here being, you know, like I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, you know, she lives in Vegas, and I stay over here in California. Oh, I only got 2 minutes. That sucks. So, anyway, I moved to Vegas. Anyway, fast forward. I moved to Vegas, and I'm fucking. I'm high out my mind the entire time. Like, I'm completely high, and so 8 years later, I'm like, I have a son, and I tell her like, you know, like I can't do this anymore. Like this is crazy. I mean, she left me emotionally, but I had to cut it off physically. And so we've been at war for the past 5 years, and there's been casualties, unfortunately, and it's a little dangerous. Like that's why I say, like, anyway, we'll leave that alone, because that's I have to get like to Vegas later. We don't have enough time to talk about like there's all kind of shit I could talk about, like the mob out there, and and that's a whole nother that's why I had to get out of there. Like I was like this shit is like, this is a whole nother, like this is some dark shit. So anyway, I come back to California, and then COVID happens. I drive all the way to Wisconsin to a job that didn't work, crashed my car in Missouri, land in Oklahoma. I bought a motorcycle in New Orleans. And that's like, when I say like the happiest time of my entire life, like my son was like my greatest joy, but my motorcycle and the things I was doing in New Orleans was like I told myself, you don't even see this shit in movies. You really don't. Like I promise you. And it's like coming back here to California. Like I've already told myself, like California has been fucked since the 90s. And right now I'm just like, you know, I feel like I'm in a Blade movie. Like that's, technically speaking, if I were to compare my life to a movie, it'd be Blade. Because like, you know, there's fucking vampires. I ask questions like, do vampires floss? Do they sweat? Like I'm actually on the hunt to slay vampires right now. But anyway, thank you for having me. See you next time.
Where do you find you?
The Exorcist, _EX_ or CIST.
I love it. A little mixed guy after the girl from New York. He ain't no different than them Dominicans uptown. When you're black and white in New York City, it makes you a fine Puerto Rican. Wepa, sigue, chocolate. That's why I be like this. You know, I'm like, don't call me Sunda, because today my name is Maria Santiago de Velasquez de Barranquilla, Bogota, Puerto Rico. I'm living La Vida Loca like Ricky Martin. I love her. I can say that now. She's a mother. Did you know Ricky Martin had twins? And not a stretch mark. Living La Vida Loca. If you're in, you gotta know the one and only Griffin. Let's do it, Griffin James.
Oh, shit, I took too long. All the claps ran out before I got up here. Damn. This is cool though. All these young people in here. This is cool. Last time I was here, you weren't even here. There's just one old man. He was like 137 years old. And he was just mumbling. He was just mumbling in the front row the whole time. I was like, are you talking to me? And he was like, no. I was like, all right. Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Been all right though. You guys in therapy? It's a young vibe. You guys do therapy? Probably should. Damn. Let's unpack that. I'm just kidding. I'm in a place financially where I could either go to therapy or I could get appetizers when I go out to eat. And I made my choice, you know. I'm just gonna think less and eat more calamari. That's the vibe I'm on. I use my mom as my therapist. That's why I do. But I freak her out because she loves me too much, so it's a lot. Like, I'll call her, I'll be like, Mom, I'm having the worst day. And she's like, no. I'm like, don't freak out about my day more than me, okay? And she has it on speaker, so I just hear my dad in the back. My dad in the back is like, you ladies okay over there? That's messed up. I ask her for advice, and I can't get a good read on her because she loves me too much. Like, no matter what I do, I'm right. Like, I could be the worst person in the world. I'm still right. Like, I could assassinate someone. She'd be like, you showed initiative. Like, that's more than most Gen Z. You're not lazy. Like, Gen Z is lazy, not you. And look at it. You wrote a whole manifesto. Like, no ChatGPT. This is impressive. 30 pages. It's not your fault you like to shoot people. You're white. It's our culture. It's cultural now. But nah. It's good. I've been doing bad, honestly. Not that bad, but I've been doing bad. I always know I'm doing bad when I start going on walks. If you see a man on a walk by himself, he's in a bad place. Because men, we don't walk for leisure. We walk because if we don't get some fresh air, we're going to fucking snap. Like, that's why. Because I live in Santa Monica. I see these girls in my neighborhood. They're on walks. They're on, like, hot girl walks with the coffee. And they're like, tell me about your trip to Nashville. I'm the opposite of that. I'm just limping and mumbling like, it's my fault? It's my fucking fault? No, okay, no, for sure. It's my fault? It's my fucking fault? Oh, all right, for sure. And I got these, like, bluffs, like this cliff right by my house. I like to go and watch the sunset, but I scare people because I'm like a man watching the sunset by myself. There's like a mom with her kid there, and I just kind of like gave him a nod, and she's like, don't jump, sir. I'm like, it's just beautiful. Not gonna jump yet. Stop. I don't know. I've been in a bad mood because I have a new job and it's cool and I got an intern, but he gets way more girls than me and it's pissing me off. We had a Zoom call this meeting. He was late. He was like, oh, sorry, bro. I was walking this girl out. I'm like, what the? That's not allowed. He's like asking me for his assignment. I'm like, your assignment is stay home and read a book tonight, whore. I don't even know why I'm hating. I'm in a relationship. I shouldn't even be mad. But my relationship isn't going well. It's an open relationship. Yeah, she opened it. If you don't know what that means, she can see other people and I can see other people, but I can't see her anymore and I have to move out of her place. And she sent me all my stuff in a box. So it's like pretty modern, polyamorous vibes. Nah, I'm single now. By choice, it's fine. It's by her choice, but her body, her choice, you know. Yes, I'm feminist, whatever. Stupid. No one cares, but I am a feminist, ladies. But it's good. I'm dating again. It's weird. Like, I had a date the other night, and she was leaving in the Uber, and I went, hey, text me when you get home safe. I say that to a girl, like, text me when you get home safe. It makes me feel cool and tough. Like, yeah, text me when you get home safe, because if I don't get a text, psh, I'm going Liam Neeson. I'm going to find you, and I'm going to kill you. Or not you, but I'm going to kill the guy who took, you get what I'm saying. But nah, I'm not Liam Neeson. In reality, if I don't get a text, she's just gone. She's just gone forever. You're just gone. I'm not coming to, I got my jammy pants on already. I'm not coming to say, you're gone. Call the cops. You're done for. But she did text me back. I don't want to worry you guys. She texted me, I'm home safe. And I texted her back a photo of nunchucks. I was like, I guess I'll put these away then. Thank you. But yeah, it's good. Like, I kind of feel like I cracked the code to dating. You just got to be romantic. It's easy. It's honestly easy. Like for the single dudes in here, it's easy. I just will take a photo of the moon, and I text it to the girl, and I'm like, oh my God, the moon looks beautiful tonight. And she's like, aw, he sent me the moon? And then I'm just laughing in my dark apartment by myself. I know she's showing her friends like, look, this guy, he sent me the moon. And I'm with my friends like, bro, try the moon method. Have you seen this? This shit works, bro. This shit works. Girls say they don't want the bare minimum. You can give them the bare minimum. You just got to do it romantically. Like I do picnics. That's a free date. The blanket is borrowed. The wine is a regift. I didn't even bring cups. Like I got no cups. That's a free date. Took a girl on a picnic. She's like, you showed so much effort tonight. Like I really appreciate that. I was like, I'm just the face of a nonprofit right now, but thank you. It's good. I don't know. I started hitting the gym again. I'm doing the Stairmaster. Because I want a girl with a big butt. I want a girl with a big butt. Like, I work hard. I deserve it. I want a girl with a huge butt. And the girls with the big butts, they do the Stairmaster. So now I'm doing it on some, like, know thy neighbor or enemy. You know what I'm saying? You got to, like, get in the mind of your opponent. I'm trying to do everything a girl with a big butt would do. So I'm, like, on the Stairmaster. And I take a mirror selfie in the locker room. And then I'm off to Dubai. I swear to God, I really smell like pee. You can smell me. Oh, shit. That's a thinker. That was too far. I grew up here, and I come from, like, a really, like, hardcore fitness family. Like, my parents work out more than me. It's a lot. Like, they really care about fitness and stuff, and it's crazy. But the first time a girl asked me, like, do I look fat? I was prepared. Like, I knew how to answer without hurting her feelings. Because my dad used to ask me that all the time growing up. I'd be like, no, babe, you look beautiful. Like, you're skinny. You don't have boobs. She was like, what? I'm like, I thought you were my pop. Sorry. You do have boobs, and so does he. I don't know. I'm trying to eat healthier. It's like my new thing. Because I, like, have a metabolism right now, but it's going to go. And I eat so bad. Like, I'll eat healthy for, like, 3 days, and I'm back to my old ways. Like, I'll do, like, grilled salmon and vegetables for, like, 3 days. Like, grilled salmon is, like, my mistress, honestly. I'll be eating it like, I love you, baby. I'm going to leave all my old snacks behind. I'm all about you. And then the next week, I'm at the grocery store with, like, peanut butter pretzels and chocolate milk. And I run into Salmon, and Salmon's like, hey, bae. And I look at my snacks like, this bitch is fucking crazy. I've never seen her in my life. Yeah. I was in a toxic relationship before this. Anyone else? You guys? Either of you guys? Is it toxic? Oh, really? Oh, shit. I love that for you, sir. Well, it's good. It's great. And then it ruins your life. So that's awesome. But they got toxic relationships all over the world. Like, I was in London, and it's super diverse over there. And I saw, like, really religious Muslim couples. Never seen that before. Like, have you seen this where, like, the woman is, like, completely covered up except her eyes? That was crazy. I saw that, and it was crazy to me because, like, she's covered head to toe, and she's just with the ugliest guy I've ever seen in my life. And I'm wondering, are we covering up the right person in the relationship? Because I don't want to be rude to the religion. Like, if someone has to get covered, that's fine, but it shouldn't be gendered. You know, should be whoever woke up looking more busted that morning. You know? I just want Muslim men to feel empowered to be like, Allah cannot see this hair day. Give me the thing. I know it's not called the thing, but ninja cloak sounded wrong. So it's a. And I'm Jewish myself. Thanks for not throwing anything. You guys are cool. You guys are cool. In Judaism, it's the opposite. The men cover up. But we only cover up, like, parts of our body we're insecure about. Like a lot of Jewish men, we go bald early. So we've engineered a tiny circular hat to cover up the bald spot. And when the baldness spreads, that's when we upgrade to the big black Pharrell hat. So that's what... I am Jewish. It's a weird time to be Jewish. It's always been weird, but now we're kind of the ones making it weird. Awkward. But I don't know. I'm still proud. That being said, when I tell people I'm Jewish and they're like, "What? You're Jewish?" I'm like, "Stop! I'm blushing." You can tell. Because Jews aren't known to be sexy, though. Like, that's the thing. You don't get that successful if you had a prom date. Like, we're not. Like a lot of Jews, we lose our virginity late, so we just dominate industry instead. Like, because to me, it's the opposite. If someone can tell I'm Jewish, I'm offended. Because like you see these Orthodox Jews, they want to like come up to you and like pray with you if they think you're Jewish. And one came up to me the other day and was like, hey, you want to pray together? And I was like, I must be having a bad nose day. This is crazy. I mean, I'm Jewish, so it's okay. All right, thank you. Griff James on Instagram. Yes, coming to the stage. You're going to absolutely love your next comedian. She tours all over the country. Please make it loud for Victoria.
Hi, I'm so glad this is an intimate crowd because I have to share a secret. I have a huge crush on my coworker. I know. Isn't it funny how when you're in middle school, having a crush is like top secret, but when you get older, you're like, I should just say it in a room into a microphone to a bunch of people. One of my favorite things about having a crush is that I feel like it actually brings you and your girlfriends closer together because you constantly have to text them with updates about your crush. It's like me and my pals are communicating better than ever. But you never want to make it about you. You want to like make sure you're asking questions first. So you got to be like, hey, how was your sister's wedding? Also, he emphasized reacted to my text instead of heart reacted to my text. Can we unpack that? You know, or you want to check in and be like, hey, just want to check in, see how your grandma's doing. But I also want to check in and ask you if you think he liked my Instagram story in a sexual way. And that one's actually a trick question because there's no platonic way to like an Instagram story. As far as I'm concerned, that's the digital equivalent of a kiss on the lips. I'm sorry I looked at you when I said kiss on the lips. I meant to look at the guy I know. I'm so sorry. No, it's actually, it's been a while since I've had a crush because I just completed 1 year of no dating. Yeah, thank you. Clap for that. It was impressive. The girlies online call it decentering men. I call it Victoria will do anything she sees on TikTok. On a totally related note, most productive year of my life. Turns out Eat, Pray, No Love actually worked for me. No, but I wanted to, I really wanted to take it seriously, you know, my time, my energy. So I deleted Hinge. And then I was like, let me take this a step further. If a guy comes up to me in a bar, I'm going to turn him away. And I'm sure if a guy ever came up to me in a bar, I would have turned him away. I feel like I don't get hit on in the wild very often. And some of that's my fault. I often go out dressed like I'm headed to a Full House audition. I have a very young face, so it's never like, you're so hot. It's, do you need me to call your mom? And to that I say, no, I actually already called her 4 times today. Thank you so much. I will say, though, some people do tell me that I have old Hollywood beauty, which would be a huge compliment if men my age really wanted to fuck Grace Kelly. But I feel like most men my age are like, who is Grace Kelly? I think I'm just going to be single until buckle fat comes back into style. I've accepted my fate on that one. No, but I did the 1 year of no dating, and I felt good about it. So like a month ago, a Sunday night, I re-downloaded Hinge. And within 24 hours, I undid 365 days of healing. I spent the year working on myself, but the straight single men of Manhattan did not get the memo. So that was a bummer. I think the problem with Hinge right now is that a lot of people, men and women, aren't using it to go on dates. They're using it for like validation, for like the dopamine. I'm seeing like a huge increase in my screen time and absolutely no increase in the number of dates I'm going on. And I'm like, if I become an iPad baby because I'm trying to get laid, we're gonna have a problem. I'm actually really hoping to get laid soon. Mostly just because I need the motivation to clean my apartment. I don't know what it is. Like, I'll go to a guy's apartment and spot 12 health code violations. But if a guy's coming to my apartment, I'm like, grab the Swiffer. Let's go. You know, this is where the movies get it wrong when a woman's getting ready for a date. She's like waxing her whole body. We're actually waxing the floors. I used to date a guy, and the hand towel in his bathroom was like genuinely a biohazard. But I was like, if he comes to my apartment and sees hair in the sink, he might stop loving me. Can never be too careful. I think another big problem is that like everyone's kind of saying that dating's bad, so we're letting it be bad instead of like being nice to each other. But I think dating apps have kind of had their day. They're not really doing it anymore. Essentially, like if you met your boyfriend on Hinge in 2021, you basically got the last lifeboat off the Titanic. And anyone who's still on Hinge, you're like the band. Like, history might admire you, but I think you're a sucker. And then those of us who are like, I'm single, but I refuse to be on the apps, we're like the people who are floating in the water with a life jacket. Because not all hope is lost, but I don't have much fight left in me. You know in the movie when the guy's like, is anybody alive out there? Yeah, that's me every Friday night trying to beg my 2 remaining single friends to go to a bar with me and talk to boys. You have to be careful who you bring to a bar to talk to boys with. Not everyone's up to the challenge. I feel like if you're like me and you're single but you don't want to be, like you're actively looking, everyone around you suddenly becomes a huge advocate for inner beauty. You'll be at a bar and your friends are like, hey, that guy's checking you out. You should go talk to him. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm not interested. No. And they're like, you never know. And I'm like, actually, Chelsea, I do know. The ugly ones make you cry just as easily, and it's twice as embarrassing. I think I hurt her with that one. I went on a date a couple weeks ago, and the next morning I texted my friends. I was like, yeah, I didn't really think he was cute, and I didn't like his personality, and he was a bad kisser. And my friend said, well, you might grow to like him. And I was like, okay, that's what they told the teenage brides in the medieval times, okay? Our advice needs to improve. I just turned 29, thank you, which means that everyone I know is either getting married or running a marathon. And are you running a marathon or getting married? Neither? Sorry. Okay. Oh, shit. You can't do a double header like that. That's just cocky. He loves attention. I say as I'm standing here with a microphone. But I feel like watching your friend run a marathon and going to your friend's wedding are really similar. Because in both situations, you're like, I know this is a big accomplishment for you, but my part's kind of hard too. Like 26 miles, that's a lot. But it was also a lot for me to get up early, track you on the app, find a spot to stand, find you in the crowd, and make sure you see the sign that I hand painted, by the way. And then it's the same thing with weddings. Like, I would never belittle that. It's so hard to plan and pay for a wedding. But it's also really hard to find a dress to wear to a wedding that isn't white, is under $100, is dress code appropriate, and doesn't make me want to kill myself. The other day, my friend was like, oh my God, I can't believe this wedding venue is charging $300 a head. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this wedding invitation says that the dress code is Coastal Cowgirl meets Downton Abbey chic, parentheses, please wear florals. It's tough. I'm going to leave you with that as I go wedding dress shopping tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. I'm Victoria Pla.
Hey, Victoria, where can we find you?
You can find me on, I hate that my Instagram name is not my real name. It's Plavator. But if you look up Victoria Pla, you'll find it. PLA.
That's what I said. I thought it said Pla.
Yeah. It's not a trick.
New Yorkers. See that? We got some New York in the house. How funny, right? Thank you so much, Samantha. So it's funny. What happened to Nicholas? Oh, there you go. See, you could be my son, right? Because I'm Swedish. I'm a Swedish and black redneck Jew. You can't find that. Because when you're Swedish and black and you look like a Puerto Rican and your mother a Jehovah's Witness who loves country western music and sells Amway while cheating on Mary Kay, gives you a Hindu first name, a Swedish last name, an Italian stepfather who's a mobster with a sausage company, you're bound to be different. So that's me. So we all have rough lives, and you know what? It's going to be a beautiful thing the way you make this comedy come out. I just want to say to you, congratulations to getting up here and making that funny. Because it's hard. It's really hard, you know? Like, everybody has, it's just like if it wasn't for stand-up comedy, the mental institutions would be sold out because we would pack them up. We would pack them. You have no choice. You can't be mixed and be normal. You can't. You can't have people who have the Confederate flag and the other one talking about Black Lives Matter. It's like one of those things that just can't happen when you're the only Jew in the family. It's crazy. I can't wear my Mogen David, not because I'm afraid, because my bird picks at it and got choked. You missed the beginning of my act. You guys weren't here when my bird. Who's the kid that knocked me in the eye before coming in? Was that you?
I didn't knock you in the eye. You knocked yourself.
Oh, I did not. You pushed my head. Oh my God, that was so funny. I'm like, sitting here. I was like, oh my God, where's Samantha? No, I'm kidding. I would never. As soon as she stepped away, I know you probably figured, where did I walk into? Like an Amway meeting?
Totally bad, man.
I could tell. I could tell. Look at that face. Does he look like he looks bad? Like he looks a little upset. He's like, I want to shut up and bring up Luke. All right, so where is he? Luke Newman. Hey.
All right, what's going on? How you guys doing?
Right.
Right on. How's my stage presence? So it's yes or no question. All right. How's my breath smell? All right. I'll take it. That wasn't a yes or no question, but all right. I was in Oakland and I was doing a show in Oakland and somebody in the audience was like, "We can smell your breath through the microphone." I was like, "Oh fuck." They will win in Oakland. You do a show in Oakland. They are funnier than you in the audience. You got to bring it. So I just want to make sure. So I just a little bit about myself. I just started washing my legs in the shower recently. A friend of mine told me white people don't wash their legs in the shower. I was like, what? How the fuck you know that? So now I'm all insecure in the shower and shit, washing my legs. I don't want to be another statistic. I am white. My bad. Sorry about that. But I'm from Oakland, California. Not a lot of white people out there. At least when I was growing up, there's more now. You know, they put in a bike lane and shit. It's for the white people. They're coming. My parents moved there in 1989. My parents were some OGs, you know, some original gentrifiers. I should stop doing that joke. I don't whatever. But I got fucked. It's hard being white, man. You feel me? Anybody? It's hard being white in Oakland, dude. I got fucked with a lot because everybody thought I was from the suburbs and shit. They were like, "Where you from, white boy?" I'd be like, "Man, you broke into my house." I'm from my house. I don't know what to tell you. Can I get you some tea or something? On my PlayStation? What are you doing here? It's cool. I am white, but I like talk black, I guess, or whatever. Sometimes people tell me, like, "Well, you want to be black?" I'm like, "Yeah, kinda." What's wrong with that? You know, shit. But it's more of just a survival thing because I couldn't just be on the block like, "Hey, fellas, like my new Tevas?" Yeah, run them. Oh, fuck. You know. Also, it's like that's how people talk where I'm from. If I was from China, I speak Chinese, but I'm from East Oakland, so I speak East Oaklandese. You know what I'm saying? I say shit like it is what it is. You feel me? Give me my bike back, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I speak the language, you know what I mean? And people call me like a wigger and shit, which I hate that word because it's always a white person calling me that shit, you know? I'm like, what do you really wish you could call me, you know what I mean? I don't like that shit. This dude called me a wigger the other day. I slapped the shit out of him. I was like, you can't say that, dude. That's our word. You gotta You're not one of us. You wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Watch your mouth. It's cool. I am, what else? You guys smoke weed? Woo. All right. A little too much tonight, I guess. I used to smoke a lot of weed. I had to slow down, dude. I got tired of taking 5 minutes to put pants on and shit. You know what I'm talking about? We're just like, how many holes are in this fucking pair of pants? Start tripping and you fall over and shit. Let me just leave the house with no pants on. I had to slow down, dude. I had a moment of clarity when I was trying to hold the automatic door open for somebody at Walmart. They're like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "You're welcome." The fuck? Way too fucking high, dude. So now I drink. Still. More again. Also, I'm a great drunk driver. You making me laugh. I'm trying to do my jokes over here. I'm a great drunk driver. Anybody else like drinking and driving? Okay, you guys are smart. That's all right. Okay. I'm a great drunk driver. I feel like I'm actually a better drunk driver than I'm a sober driver because like there's an incentive not to get pulled over. You know what I mean? Stop at every stop sign, turn signal every time. You know, excellent drunk driver. I do have 2 DUIs, but 2 out of like thousands of times is pretty good. Pretty good numbers right there. I'm not gonna lie. That's cool. Whatever, dude. So I have been traveling a lot recently. I was in Miami. There's way too many beautiful women in Miami. They're like an invasive species out there. You'll find them in like places you wouldn't normally see them. Like they got bad bitches working at the gas station at 12 a.m. Just like going there like, "Are you all right?" You blink twice if you know. I'll be like, "Man, why are you working at a gas station? You should be a model, you know." No job openings. I'm like, makes sense. Went to a Hooters out there. I asked the waitress. I was like, "Can I have order a chicken wing?" She was like, "So there's a Jiffy Lube." I was like, "God damn." Thought I was at a Hooters. All right. Let me get a new filter too. It's cool. I was in Atlanta. I was stayed at a hotel in College Park in Atlanta. It's not advisable. Do you guys know where College Park is? All right, fuck. Don't go there. It's like, you know, you guys don't listen to rap. You guys never listen to any rap from the 2000s. You guys never heard of T.I.? All right, College Park is sort of the ghetto. And so I got a hotel there because it was cheap. And I pull into the parking lot and it's like hella people posted at the entrance and like, what's going on? I'm like, I have a reservation. They're like, all right. I'm like, all right. The fucking what is all right. I go, but so I have my machete with me, keep it by the bed because I don't know what's about to happen. And then. Well, when I check out, I left my fucking machete in the hotel room. My dumb ass. I had to call the hotel. I was like, "Excuse me, I think I left an item in the hotel room." What was the item? I was like, "Machete. We'll get back to you." Never seen that shit again. I'll tell you guys one more joke. I fucking hate, well, a little bit about myself. I hate when people are telling like a crazy story and they'll be like, "Oh, you cannot make this shit up." I was like, yes, you can. You can literally make anything up that you want. Somebody wrote Willy Wonka, you know what I mean? That shit is all made up. Hella fictional, you know what I'm saying? I can just imagine Charlie telling the story. He's like, all right, so boom. I'm at the corner store. Somebody's talking about they got one more golden ticket. I'm like, fuck it, I'll spend my last dollar on this chocolate bar. Maybe I fucking win the fucking golden ticket. Bonkers. So I end up going to the chocolate factory. They got Oompa Loompas and shit working there. I guess they're like from another planet or some shit. I was like, holy shit, aliens are real? That's crazy. But they all look like mini Donald Trumps with green hair and shit. I was like, this shit is nuts, dude. Then they turned a bitch into a blueberry. I swear to God, you cannot make this shit up. All right, that's my time. Thank you. Funny Bagels on Instagram. Thank you. Funny Bagels.
Funny bagels. See, all these wiggers are alike, man. Yo, man, wiggers be coming to Patterson. See that, Samantha? You can't cancel me on that one. Oh, they can say it and I can't? I halfway can say it. Because, you know, you never can tell how old people are, they say, when they're black, right? Because, you know, black don't crack. But half white just might, so be careful over there. I can say it, I'm good? Oh, my God. Fucking wiggers, man. It drive me crazy. Wiggers drive me crazy in Patterson. So I'm from Patterson, New Jersey. In case you don't know what it is, it's like where Lean On Me was made, and The Hurricane, and The Sopranos. And the Game of Thrones guy was born there, and the writer of The Sopranos. And the fucking mob is out again. You believe this? I mean, you think that, but they only got 4 of the 5 families, so that's good. Nobody cares about that. No, everybody's crazy here. All right, but you know who's not? We're here with the comedy of the one and only Slater Duraco. Let's do it.
All right, thank you. I'm new here, as most of you can tell, because I feel like you guys all know each other, and it's like a little gang here. But so go easy. You don't? Okay, no. People they just roll in. I love it. So I actually recently moved back to LA. I was born here, but I lived in Chicago for about 7-8 years. Had to get out of the winters, and came back. Let's go hard. Came back. And it's like re-culture shock coming back here. You know, there's a lot. Everything is very progressive now, and I'm pretty open-minded. I am, and I'm very, pro all the pronouns, pro sexuality. Everybody, like, I'm cool with everybody. I'm not trying to say anything, but there's a lot more different types of people than there used to be out here, especially in Chicago. So and so you gotta I didn't think I was bad at pronouns until I realized I was bad at pronouns. And so actually I realized I got married last week, by the way. Yeah, you can clap. You can clap. We did a courthouse thing, but my wife and I watch a lot of TV. As I feel like everybody does, because what else do you do after 8 p.m.? So we're watching this show, I think it was a show on Netflix, and the 2 main characters are a lesbian couple, and we're looking at each other, we're like, why does this one lesbian look like a teenage boy? Is that a thing? Like, a lot of lesbians kind of do try to look like teenage boys, which we thought was weird. So we were watching it, and then they start like talking to other characters in the show, and we're like, oh, they're saying he. Like, oh, we realized, we looked at each other, we're like, we're bad at pronouns. Like, nah, that's our bad. Like that was intentionally trying to be a teenage boy. So, good on her. Or sorry, see, him. My bad. But speaking of TV, has anyone noticed there's been a lot of like cult docs lately? Weirdly, a lot of cult docs, and just like they're actually really good. But you're watching a good cult doc when you're like halfway through it, and you're like, is this really a cult documentary? Or is this just a fun community that we could all maybe join? You know? So, I think I'm pretty, might be pretty gullible after that. But sometimes they're like, doesn't seem so bad, right? Anyway, a part of when I left for Chicago, it was a bummer because right after high school, and then my parents also moved right when I left high school. So while I was in college, they moved to Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma City gets a bad rap, but it's not so bad. But everyone thinks it's all like meth labs and racists and rednecks out there, which there's a lot of those things. Don't get me wrong, they're out there. But it was a real bummer when they moved there because like spring breaks, all these holiday breaks, I can't even come back and see my friends. We got to make whole different plans to go see friends, and it sucked. I was like, damn, what am I going to do in Oklahoma City? And after doing a couple of breaks there, I realized I kind of like meth. It's like not that bad. No, it's really not so bad. There's racists there too. But I've got a lot of family actually from Oklahoma, including one of my favorite people on the planet, my grandfather. His name is Billy Davidson. You can look him up. He actually used to play for the Brooklyn Dodgers way back when Jackie Robinson was playing with them. And he's an absolutely fantastic guy, but he's from Oklahoma. He was born in like the 40s. He's 30s. When did Jackie play? But he was playing with Jackie Robinson on the Brooklyn Dodgers. It was really cool, and I loved talking to him about it. And yeah, you can ask him, and he'll tell you. He goes, yeah, man, playing with Jackie, playing on the Dodgers was the best thing ever. We got to travel a ton. We weren't paid a lot, but they fed us, traveled, got to play baseball, and got to say the N-word. No, he's a special guy, and he doesn't mean anything by it. I love him. I mean, older people are just from a different time. You can't really blame them. It's like they're going anyways. Just let them be happy. But that's about all I got. So thank you. Just my name, Slater Jaraco on Instagram. That's it. I don't post anything though.
You don't post, all right. Mazel tov. Let me tell you, it's so much fun to be married. Wait till the baby comes. She didn't tell you. And let me tell you, the honeymoon girls, when you do the honeymoon, just remember the first thing you should say. Stop, wait, it's just too big. All right? And single women in single land, stop complaining about your being single and find yourself a fat guy. All right? I did it. All right? Don't complain. I figured it out. If he eats, I'm going to eat. All right? So I did it. And I banged a couple of fat guys, and it wasn't always easy. I got one. He was really good. He'd take me on the weekends. Well, when we made love, he started doing this crazy thing like breathing heavy. You don't know if it's like heavy breathing or it's a heart attack. It's like right there. He's like, come on, baby, when we make love, tell me what you're thinking. You can't ask a girl from Jersey what she's thinking. Because a girl from Jersey is going to tell you what she's thinking. I told him what I was thinking. Lamb chops for me and liposuction for your fat ass. Yeah, I told him what I was thinking. I was thinking, you drop one more beat of that sweaty shit in my eyes, I'm going to beat you. And when are you going to get rid of those angel wing hair back? You ever see guys like Italians and Jews and Persians? It's like angel wings on the back. And I'm conflicted because I'm black and white and everything. And I don't know if I should wax him or cornrow him. You know what I mean? Can you imagine? He's a Spanish Jew. He's always running around singing, Oy vey como va. All right, I was doing that for the Jews here and the Italians. Have I insulted everyone yet? Well, get ready, because I was insulted tonight. There was no Latino comedians. There was one looking like a Latino. You Latina, get out of here. I got something for you, baby. I'm going to introduce you guys to the middle-aged muchacho. You're a headliner tonight. The one, the only. Billy Ramirez, ladies and gentlemen.
¿Qué pasa, familia? Es un placer estar aquí con ustedes esta noche. I like to open up in Spanish every now and then because I just look like I might not be able to do it, and it's fun. Like, and these days it's really fun feeling like an undercover Latino because I'm far more likely to be mistaken for ICE than to be taken by ICE. So, but I don't know if you can tell by the anything. I am first generation Mexican American. ¿Qué pasa? Órale. I've never been able to do that whistle. Some people want to buy a house. I want to do that whistle. If I could do that whistle, everywhere I'd go would sound like an aviary. Fine, a bird store. We'll go with that. But as a first generation Mexican American, I've struggled with confidence and anxiety issues my entire life. You can probably tell by the lack of eye contact that I'm making. I'm still trying to deal with that. But I figured out why that is. I think it's because I was raised under the rule of la chancla. Okay? If you're not familiar with what la chancla is, for some mothers, it's a piece of footwear like a sandal or a disciplinary device. And my mom was lethal with it. So she could deploy it short range and just smack me upside the face before I even knew it, like she was trying to win one of those power slap competitions, those new ones, like power chancla slap. And then she did the classic, across the backside. And but the frightening one, the one that really just scared the bejesus out of me was she could deploy it long range, okay? So if I was in my room playing Super Mario Kart with Koopa Troopa, my favorite, and she thought I was screwing around, from around the corner would come a chancla and then just smack me upside the head, and then it would return to her. And I don't know how she ever figured out how to boomerang a chancla, because as far as I know, she never went to Australia or even met an Australian, but somehow she managed to turn herself into Chancla Dundee, I don't know if anyone remembers that movie, like, oh, you call that a chancla? This is a chancla, and I don't think anyone wants to hear a grown man complain about his parents, but there's a reason why I'm a stand-up comedian in my 40s, it's like sometimes when I'm hanging out in my not a house, like lying in bed completely alone, or just reviewing my portfolio, which is nothing more than an old trapper keeper full of coupons, like I wonder what heights could I have reached if I had taken fewer chanclasos growing up. Fewer chancla smacks, which, by the way, chancla smacks are part of a delicious, nutritious Latino breakfast. You can find chancla smacks in the grocery aisle, cereal aisle next to Special K, Pasa Cabron, and Honey Nut Pendejos. See, that's kind of clever, right? I could have been maybe like a VP of marketing at some Fortune 500 company, hadn't had one of those KY 401s or whatever, but instead, right now, I got 4 different side hustles going on. One of which, actually, they're all 4 main hustles. That's how, I need all of them. But one of them is doing moving work, which is nice because it brings in money. And also, sometimes I don't feel Mexican enough. So it's nice to do manual labor every now and then. Plus, with ICE running around, I could easily pick up a shift at the front of Home Depot. De volada, tú sabes. But anyways, maybe I could have been a lawyer, like one of those. These moving shifts, got to drive all over LA County. You see all these billboards, and, I see, like, maybe I could have been a lawyer, one of those successful bilingual lawyers, with the billboards. And did you slip on a churro at Disneyland? Call me. Or te partiste la madre con un pinche churro en Disneylandia. The Spanish ones are a little more interesting. And I don't know if these single digits are still available. Llámame en 1111111. And I want to give a shout out to LA School of Comedy because they've been a huge help and just helping for everything they do. And also but also recently, they hosted this Write Club. There's still a poster over there. And Write Club has helped me kind of just, learn how to be a better comedian overall. It was my first one. So you're like, I really did it? All right, relax. But it also taught me just how to look for more material because this lack of confidence that I mentioned, like for a while there, I thought I wasn't funny enough to be a comedian. Like I don't have any stories. Like I worked office jobs for 20 years, and then just talking to some other comedians at Write Club, and hosted by Dustin Chafin, who's on tour with Nate Bargatze right now. Shout out. I realized, I do have stories. I just gotta dig a little bit more, like for example, I mentioned my parents. I'm pretty sure my dad killed my mom, and I think he did it, and I think he did it using poison beans. Poison Beans. All right. I know Poison Beans sounds weird. I know it probably sounds like a ska band out of Bakersfield from the 90s, but check this out. So my mom went toe-to-toe with cancer for 19 years, and then she passes away the same week my dad leaves her to go move with his family from his first marriage. And before he did that, he left her some food, including some beans, okay? And so when my brother and I were packing up her apartment, there on the stove was a fresh batch of beans that she was eating when she croaked. Well, he's like, yo, are you telling me it's the cancer or is it the beans? But, you know, I don't know, like, but how do you bring that up to, like, the coroner or whatever? Like, you know, I know this, my mom, she had cancer and some other health issues, but could you check her for poison beans, by the way? Like, I don't know. But anyways, but I know, but like I said, poison beans sounds weird, but here's some more backstory that I dug out. So in the 80s, my family, we lived in Mexico with our grandma, right? And when we came back, my dad developed a flesh-eating bacteria in his leg, okay? And he claims that the cause of that was that an enemy from the town we lived in poisoned his tortillas with dirt from a graveyard. So when you already have that in your back pocket, poison beans doesn't sound that weird. It really doesn't, you know. Anyways, but all right. So now that you know that I hablo español, I have a piece of Spanish trivia for you about the band Maroon 5. Anyone big fan of Maroon 5? All right, you're still gonna love this. Yeah, because it's bilingual. So check this out. Did you know that the band Maroon 5 has a different name in Latin American countries? Yeah, that's right. In Latin American countries, Maroon 5 is known as Cinco Putos, and that's true because I saw it on Wikipedia when I put it there. Like, what's that? Another band joke? How about this one? Okay. You know my favorite thing about the band Mumford & Sons is we know exactly who to blame. So all right, it's so fun having such a big crowd. So I have to ask, all right, so by any chance, who here knows the name of the gay bar in the Police Academy movies? Does anyone know that? No, dang it, because it usually works. So I've done this, and so I asked, like, does anyone know the name of the gay bar in Police Academy movies? It's the Blue Oyster. And then I ask how many people here are doctors. And far and away, based on this unscientific study, I'm far more likely to, like, if I have a heart attack in an airplane, I'm far more likely to die hearing the name of the gay bar from Police Academy than to be saved by a doctor. So that's what I've learned from that. Anyways, that's dumb. But you know, I mentioned, you know, like being, you know, like anxious and feeling like having a lack of confidence and all that. But in LA, though, in LA, a city that's basically designed to shatter your ego and destroy you, every now and then I do get to feel confident. And that's whenever I go to a Mexican restaurant, a taqueria, and I overhear someone order something like a chicken quesadilla, chicken fajitas, chimichangas. Or by the way, it's a tragedy that the actor Eric Estrada and the salsa singer Celia Cruz never teamed up for anything. They could have had a variety show called Chips and Salsa. All right, that one's on the house. But yeah, whenever I'm in a Mexican restaurant and I overhear someone order something in that funky way, and then it's my turn to order, I just cannot resist going overboard and basically auditioning for a telenovela that nobody's shooting. Just all of a sudden, like, my posture changes. Like, I briefly get a really good mustache that I can never grow. ¿Qué tal, preciosa? And it could be a dude, I don't care. Preciosa, mi belleza. En este momento yo deseo 3 tacos de carne asada, 2 churros y una Fanta. Gracias, por favor, muy amable. Buen provecho, que Dios te bendiga. And then when I'm feeling extra confident, I'll throw in some bonus words like agujeta, crepúsculo, ferrocarril. But all that means is just shoelace, Twilight Railroad, which is just dumb anyways. And then also I have this like face and overall demeanor, so sometimes I'll order in fluent Espanol, and then in return I'll get a, okay, so you want 3 tacos. Fine, Jose. I'll also have a side of that green whack-a-mole, whatever it is. I know what it is, but it really doesn't matter where or when I hablo español, because whenever I do, I go completely overboard, like one of those Latino reporters you see on the local news. Does anyone still watches the local news? If you do, just pay attention for any reporter whose last name ends in EZ. And there's a very good chance that reporter is going to take any and every opportunity to celebrate the rich cultural tapestry of the Spanish language. And that's how I hablo español. Like a Latino reporter wrapping up a segment. Something like, police don't have any further information on the suspect. Reporting live from Rancho Santa Margarita. This is Gustavo Gutierrez, el mero más chingón, tú sabes, güey, for ABC 7 News. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Billy Ramirez. You can find me old school on the web at billyramirez.com. TikTok, Instagram at middle-aged muchacho. Please welcome back to the stage our comedy queen, Sunda Kronquist, who's going to teach us how to do the Watusi.
The Watusi, yeah. Listen, does anybody live in Westwood? Anybody? Oh, do you live in Westwood? I lost my bird. That's why I'm asking.
No, that's in
Oh, where do you live?
Palms.
Oh, I don't know where that is.
It's close. It's not far.
Is it? Oh.
Scan the QR code on the way out.
Yeah. Have fun. Come back to the other shows. Whatever. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm missing my bird. I am. Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi fucking flew the coop. And that's all I keep hearing now. One in the bag is worth two in the bush. Or the bird brain, bird everything. Who's the guy that hit me? I liked it. Where is he? There he is. He beat me after the show. I'm kidding about that. So what did they get upset about? I'm kidding. She needed a sandwich. Okay, I'm kidding. How skinny was she when she sat sideways? They marked her absent. I'm kidding. Where'd she learn to whisper in a helicopter? I'm kidding. You having a good time? I'll fix that. All right, so if you are thinking about acting classes, like you said, writing classes, comedy classes, getting up here, just figuring it out, you know, just call me. And once this is off, oh, guys, you can watch yourselves when you finish. You want to buy a tape, listen to me. I didn't say millimeter, but you can go to Samantha if you want to get a copy of your performance. And we do the LA School of Comedy, also does LA School of Comedy, NYLA, where some of the comedians go to New York to see how it is. So they can feel really stupid once they get there and they come back and they change. And then I get the ones from New York to come here so they can stop being so philosophical and tell a fucking joke. All right? And once you get those two together, it's a great thing. If you're going to be a comedian, remember something. Comedy is not just for stand-up. It's for everything. It's an icebreaker. I want you, the Jews, listen to your rabbi the next time when they start with the joke and time them. Rabbi Welpe, 8 minutes. They get 20 minutes, right? 8 minutes of jokes. Think about it. With congregations like, oh, and the Persians like, what does he mean? What is a joke? And what are you? What are you? Do you tan in the sun? Do you tan it? That they asked me to correct because I used to wear my Persian hair. My daughter cornrowed. I got a massage. The guy like massaged my fucking hair out of my braids. I'm like, what are you doing? And then I didn't want a male masseuse. And if I tell you why, it's just like, dude, guys, like, he leans over. I don't want to smell piss. I have a husband. You know what I mean? Like, I see enough pissy pants. I don't need this. This is too hot? No, it's just stinky. No, you smell bad. You smell bad. I came on stage tonight a little off because I am off. I come from the heart of the ghetto from Paterson, New Jersey. And I was raised to believe that every white person was a racist. So I was raised. But I had a crazy Uncle Junie. And my Uncle Junie was obsessed with Vietnam. He had books on Nam, movies on Nam, posters on Nam. And my Uncle Junie has never been to Vietnam. So that nigga's crazy, okay? Just hands down. And he used to talk to me about racism all the time. And he would say, because you got a problem, because you were blue-eyed devil. It's really green, but they're, the black people, they can be blue. And he'd say, that's why I got to learn you. You know what I'm saying? I teach you. I learn you something about racism. Look on the left. There's a bona fide racist with the hood on. She got a white hood, a white cane, and a white dog. That's a bona fide racist. And I said, Uncle Junie boy, that's a blind nun with a seeing eye dog. That's not a racist. But now that's all changed because I'm happily married to a Jew. And I'm here to tell you all that. After you live with a Jew for 30 years, you learn something. Everybody is not a racist. Everyone is, however, a Nazi bastard. And that is what I've learned from living with a Jew. Chinese delivery guy comes, drops off the food. I say, thank you, Ming. Okay. My husband was that Nazi bastard. I go, what are you doing? I said, it's Ming. He goes, you don't know. And you know what? You really don't know. Right? I had yellow fever, too. I dated a Japanese guy. I dated them all. You could do it. If you got enough money, because they gambling. So some of you came in just to watch. If you want to do stand-up, call me. She's going to give you my number. If you are actors, we have an audition thing that we're going to give to you because I got to fill in these slots. This is not a place for employment. It just so happens because you're live, people hire you, but I'm not an employer. My name is Sunda Kronquist, and I have been your host. You've been an excellent audience. Was this the fastest open mic you've ever been to? Good night.